everybody, and welcome back to another 10 Talks, this time with my guest, Rebbi Rompin.
Yeah!
Welcome in, everyone. Rebbi, would you like to introduce yourself?
No.
Perfect. We're starting off strong. Anyway, so if you're new here, the way that 10 Talks works is that I have a set of questions that I ask, but you guys are also free to ask any questions you might have, like, Rebbi, what's your favorite flavor of cereal?
I don't like cereal.
Based.
Well, I do like Crave. That one's pretty good.
Oh, I like Crave too.
Yeah! Crave. Oh, and the strawberry special K and rice checks if you put sugar on it. Those are the only cereals that I like.
I don't think I've ever had rice checks before, but I have had the others.
Rice checks is pretty good. I used to eat it that way when I was little all the time, just because it's kind of plain on its own. But if you put some sugar on it, it's like and it makes the milk all sweet too. So it's really nice.
That sounds really good, actually.
I recommend trying it.
I'll definitely try it. Next time I go to Walmart, I'll have to buy a box.
Yeah.
What do you add to
You know what I realized? Oh, sorry.
No, it's all good. You can keep going.
Oh, I just want to say I realized we have the same hairstyle.
Oh, I do! We both have pigtails!
Yeah! The top head pigtails.
Yeah, it's the cutest kind.
Yeah!
Would you mind if we could see your full model?
Oh, yeah.
I feel like as VTubers, we never get to see full models.
Here you go.
So cute! Do you have any toggles you rarely get to use that you particularly like?
I have some, but if it's okay for me to like come back down here, I'm a bit like wary of like Twitch and my hip windows. I don't want you to get in trouble.
No, it's okay. I didn't even realize you had hip windows.
Oh, that's okay. I think it's fine with my jacket on, but if I were to like take it off or anything, if some of my toggles do take it off, like I have a little water gun.
Ooh.
That I like to use. and I have my little frobble here.
Oh, I have a mascot too.
Yeah! Yeah! Oh, he's so cute.
His name's Shishi.
It looks like a penguin.
He's a Shima Inaga.
Whoa, what's that?
It's a Japanese snowbird.
Oh, I don't think I've heard of them. They're cool.
They're really, really cute. They're super fuzzy.
Mine's just a dumb-looking bubble frog. But I like to do this because he tosses the leaf and it's funny looking.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you really
I
should.
can have a second one. And then they both toss the leaf.
That's so cute. I love that. Oh my gosh, that's so cute.
Yeah. I can have like the longer hair. And I can like put my hood on. That's pretty much it. I can also take off my clothes, but I don't think I should show that one off.
Yeah, no doing that on stream.
I'll leave that one out to everyone's imagination.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we do have a question already. What do you add to a bagel?
I don't like bagels.
There you go, Corey. There's your answer. We have to ask that to every guest.
I don't like most breakfast foods. You can list off a bunch of breakfast foods and my answer would probably be I don't like it.
Are you more of like a brunch kind of girl or like a dinner kind of girl?
Yeah, lunch and dinner. I like those savory lunch and dinner foods. A lot of breakfast foods, they're just made with a lot of ingredients I'm not the biggest fan of, and they're all made with the same ingredients. If you get breakfast from McDonald's and Taco Bell, there's gonna be like eggs, bacon, sausage. No matter which way you go, they're the same thing.
It's true. They just put them in like a different vessel, like a tortilla or something.
Yeah. I do like the steak, egg, and cheese bagel from McDonald's though. That's like the one thing on their breakfast menu that I like. It's pretty good.
I've never had that. I'm vegetarian, so I don't eat most.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say like, oh, you should go try it, but if you're vegetarian, I guess maybe you can ask for it without the steak, but that kind of defeats the purpose.
Yeah, but I'll just make myself something at home. That usually works out easier.
They also, at least when I used to work there, and like at least when I worked there, they only had it before 9 a.m. as well, which made it like harder to get it. I don't know if they still do that or not.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Tenshi never really has guests that are shorter than her. Is this one of those rare cases? Are you under? I'm assuming you're also under 5 feet.
Yeah, I'm 120 centimeters.
I don't. What's that in freedom units?
America! It's 311.
Oh, okay, yeah. This is one of the rare cases. We're so much shorter than me.
Yeah, I'm really short.
I'm also short, but not as tall as a frog.
The one time I should have just said it in feet. So many of my friends are European. Yeah.
We drink the frobble. I don't think.
No, you can't.
Yeah, don't drink.
We're always trying to eat bugs. There might be bug remnants in there. I wouldn't recommend eating.
Yeah, you don't want to eat a bug.
Half my frobbles want to eat bugs and half of them don't, and they're always trying to wage war on each other. So if you eat one, there's a chance you might get a bug.
Oh, that doesn't sound good.
Yeah!
Have you ever eaten a bug?
I think accidentally. I had a big fat fly up my nose once and it never came out. I probably ate it.
Oh, that sounds
It's
really
not a pleasant
painful.
memory.
No, that sounds really painful.
It wasn't painful, really. But do you know that, like, kind of burning feeling you get when you get water up your nose at, like, the pool or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, imagine that feeling just traveling over the roof of your mouth, going deeper. That's what it felt like.
Oh, that genuinely sounds awful.
Yeah, it was kind of awful. I was just sitting there like, I hate this, but I guess that just happened. There's nothing I can do about it now.
Oh no.
Yeah, now I have a hatred of houseflies.
I would too.
If I ever wage war on something, it's gonna be with them.
What are your comfort foods that aren't mac and cheese or dino nuggies?
What are we defining as like a comfort food? Just something that makes me feel good, something I can have often, both?
I think like something that you turn to when you feel down to cheer you up.
I like cheesy spinach.
Cheesy spinach? I've never had that.
Yeah, I've been making it. You use like canned spinach, and then I like to add in some cayenne pepper, onion powder, and then just melt some shredded cheese into it. It looks gross, but it tastes good, and it's good for you.
It sounds interesting.
Yeah! It kind of looks like a greenish brown blob, but it's good.
As long as it's good, that's what's important. And it sounds like pretty healthy too.
Yeah, it's so simple too. It doesn't have very many ingredients. I eat it all the time. I ate some of it earlier today. Yeah!
Do you like spicy foods at all?
Yes, I love spicy foods. That's why I add cayenne to like everything.
I also like spicy.
Really? How spicy can you go? What's your spice tolerance?
Indian food level spice tolerance. But like made by Indian
I think I've only
people.
ever had like mild Indian food.
I went to college in Orlando, and there was this really nice Indian restaurant there that's vegetarian, and it's ran by like Indian people, and they offer 3 levels of spice on the menu, and it's like American spice, in between spice, and Indian level spice. And
Is the first one really called American spice?
It was called white boy spice actually. It was a really good
Not the white
restaurant.
boy spice.
I've taken people there and they'll be like, maybe I'll have the in-between. I'm like, no, trust me, you want the white boy spice.
I wonder if I can handle the in-between. It's like, I like spicy, and I've had so spicy before it makes me cry and stuff. But I don't think I've ever had like full spice the way some other countries might eat it.
I've been to like a variety of restaurants that have like a variety of spice, because a lot of times like vegetarian ethnic restaurants are usually ran by like Thai people or Chinese people. And usually the spice there is pretty good.
I remember this one time I made like a bowl of like spicy ramen. It wasn't really that spicy, so I added like a ton of Carolina Reaper pepper to it, and it took me like forever to be able to taste it.
Like the pepper or the actual spice?
No, like the powder. It was a powder.
Oh, okay. Because you know how like sometimes you eat something and it doesn't have any flavor, it just tastes spicy?
Yeah.
I don't like when that happens.
Oh really? I feel like cayenne pepper is like that, and that's why I like it. What I don't like is when I eat something spicy and it has like a serious bite to it, like wasabi.
Oh yeah, it's kind of bitter.
Yeah, I prefer the like easy burn in your mouth rather than like the strong bite sort of spice.
I understand that.
Yeah.
Can you tell those of us who aren't familiar with you a bit about yourself?
I'm a frog.
There you have it. She's frog.
Okay, I'll put a bit more effort into it. I've been a streamer for a long time, almost 6 years if you count previous lives. I like to play variety games, but I especially like horror games or like games with like adventure in them. Or stealth games. I've been playing a lot of Thief Simulator 2. Big fan of stealth games. I like food, and I like aminos. Share pictures of your aminos on my Twitter. And I think that's it. Yeah.
She also likes to do very short 10-hour streams.
Oh yeah, I'm an endurance streamer. I did a stream like a week or so ago that was 11 hours and 40-some minutes long.
Oh my gosh, that's really long. Do you finish games during that time, or do you do like a variety of things?
It's usually just one game that I play for 10 hours because I'm just really into it. That game I just mentioned, that stream was me finishing Majora's Mask. And it just took me, I thought it was going to be like a 5-hour stream. I'd be like, it'll be a short 5-hour stream. No, it was 11 hours and 40-some minutes. But I got it done. I beat it that day.
Oh my gosh, that's a really long stream.
If it's a game I love, I'll just play it forever.
No, I understand that because you want to keep going.
Yeah, I'm a big Zelda fan too. That's one of my favorite series.
Have you been playing it for a long time, like all the games?
Yeah, I've been playing Zelda since before I could read. Majora's Mask was also one of the very first ones I played, but I've played almost all of them. It's easier to list off the games I have not played. I haven't played the first two, A Link to the Past and the Oracle games, but I've played every other Zelda game.
Have you ever played the randomizers?
I have not. I like to play on the consoles and they don't have the randomizer. But I did once watch a streamer play like the Wind Waker randomizer and it was so funny.
One of my friends, she does the Majora's Mask randomizer all the time.
Oh, I want to see somebody play that one. I've only ever seen the Wind Waker one. But yeah, I think I'd be down to maybe play a randomizer sometime. It'd be like a fun challenge.
Yeah, they're really cool. They have like I've actually never played a Zelda game, so I'm not, I've never played Zelda or Pokemon or any of those things. I didn't grow up with video games. So,
at all?
Yeah, at all. I only started playing video games like when I became a VTuber.
What did you do when you were a kid?
Touch grass.
Why?
I don't know, cause my parents were 80s kids, so they kind of raised us like 80s kids, where like if it was light outside, we should be outside.
Oh, I thought you said my parents were rabies for a second. I was
Yeah,
like,
they were rabies kids.
They had rabies. That's why I spent so much time touching grass. I was running away from the rabies.
It's true.
I guess I'm the opposite. My parents didn't want me to go outside that much because they thought I would get kidnapped, so I spent a lot of my time inside playing video games.
Yeah, I kind of had the opposite experience. My parents were a little too trusting of the outdoors, I guess. So they would kick us out of the house, and then when it got dark, they'd be like, "Okay, come home."
Oh, but you didn't get kidnapped. See, my parents could take a note from your parents.
I feel like it's a healthy balance of being trusting in your kids and then not trusting them enough to make good decisions.
Yeah, probably something like that.
So what got you interested in VTubing?
Well, my introduction to VTubers was, I think, around like 2016. As I used to be very active on Facebook. It was like my #1 social media platform, and I was in an anime group where people started talking about Kizuna Ai. And I guess that if it was 2016, that would be closer to like when she started. And I thought it was really cool. But I kind of like just, like watched a couple videos and was like, oh, that's neat. And just kind of went back to what I would normally do and kind of forgot about it for a while. But then a few years later, around 2019, I rediscovered it and started watching VTubers more seriously. So I would watch like Kizuna Ai, Mirai Akari, Kaguya Luna, all the like real oldies in the scene. And it was when I discovered my first English-speaking VTuber, Natsume Moe, when I realized like, wait, this is maybe something that I could do. Whoa. So I like started learning about like how people did it, which like resources for it were a lot harder to find back then because like VTube Studio didn't exist yet. So like my first model way back when, I had to use FaceRig and I had to find somebody who could put together a model. It was not nearly as readily available finding artists and riggers as it is today. I'm honestly surprised that I found somebody. But yeah, I've been going strong ever since. I've had a couple of different lives and stuff. So like, Rebbi, now is not like super old. But I've been in the scene for a very long time, and it's been really great.
It sounds like you've had like a lot of adventures in VTubing.
Yeah, I have a lot of memories.
You're like a veteran.
I guess you could say that. I remember. This is gonna make me sound like an old lady, but I remember when Hololive English and VShojo first debuted. Yes.
Since you've been involved with VTubing since the beginning, would you say that some of the biggest what would you say are some of the biggest changes that have happened over time?
Well, there's definitely a lot more drama now, I'll say that.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, I remember like way back when, there were quite a few VTubers before like the boom and stuff. But it was more like a tight-knit community. Like most people knew most people, especially like the English side. Every English-speaking VTuber pretty much knew everybody else. Like there wasn't that much spread. So yeah, you got. Yeah, I'm trying to think like how to put my answer into words here. Yeah, it's so much more widespread. I feel like you've just got more of everything, really. I know that's not a very specific answer, but like, it's kind of crazy just watching like this tight-knit community blow up into like the big scene that it is now, you know? I hope that's a good enough answer. Sorry, I'm kind of blanking on that one.
No, it's okay. I feel the same way. I used to be a cosplayer. I was a pro cosplayer for a while, and I feel kind of the same way. It started as like something very niche, and then to the point where like you couldn't buy wigs on like Amazon and stuff. You had to go to like Chinese websites and like AliExpress, and now you could pretty much get it from dozens of different places, and there's a lot more cosplayers and a lot more people doing it.
Yeah, that's basically how it feels. Oh, I know a big thing that's changed. We have VTube Studio now.
Yeah.
Wow! Easy to use VTuber software. Oh, I remember when we were still using like PR Live and FaceRig and everything else.
And it's even got like built-in free models too.
Yeah, that's another thing. Yeah, well, I think FaceRig had like a lot of 3D models, but if you wanted something 2D, And that's not even counting like other softwares. I did not use PRPR Live for very long. Wait, did I use it at all? I can't remember. It was like the Live 2D software that came out shortly before VTube Studio, and VTube Studio is the one that took off in popularity. So I don't think most people know what PRPR Live is. But I believe that one maybe did not give you any models, and then Facebook didn't have any 2D ones. So if you wanted any, you had to get them yourself.
Oh, interesting. Okay. And were you able to get them off of like Booth? Like I know Booth is a big resource now.
I actually don't know because all of my models have been like commissioned. I never used any free to use ones, so I actually don't know what the scene looked like with Booth and stuff back then.
Interesting. Okay. Someone wants to know if it's okay to ask about some of your past life stuff with the Donothon coming up.
Oh yeah, I'm hosting a fundraiser this Saturday. Because I recently obtained the opportunity to purchase my old IP. Because I used to be in an agency called Pixelink, which closed earlier around this year. Yeah, earlier this year. And I wasn't able to take the IP for several reasons back when it closed, but I recently obtained the opportunity to try to purchase it again. So I'm having a fundraiser on Saturday for that. And I'm really excited and nervous and nervous.
I really hope it happens. I remember when Pixel Link opened and I saw Chio. Chio was the first Pixel Link member that I saw, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is one of the cutest designs I've ever seen. So I really hope you're able to get her.
Thank you. I felt more nervous about it when I first made the announcement on Twitter. Like, was that yesterday or 2 days ago? It blurs together. There's been so much happening. But like, there's been like so much support around it. Like a crazy amount of support. I wasn't really even expecting it. It caught me off guard. But I feel more confident now. We're probably gonna get it. And then I'll be getting a new model debuted with the IP. And then I guess after that, I will be moving my activities over to Chio. So a few more months of Rebbi, and then I'll be going back to Chio if we can get the IP.
I hope so. I think you'll do it. I've seen a lot of support for it. I think, a lot of people have similar feelings surrounding graduations and the IPs kind of just going into oblivion. So I hope that everyone rallies around you to help you get it.
Yeah, that would be really, really nice. And like I know some people maybe feel a little like I hope people aren't like too disappointed if I like leaving like the old model behind to get like a new one. But I think a lot of people would be really happy with it. Yeah, sorry, I've had so many nervous feelings about the fundraiser. I don't normally do like such big events like this, so like having something making like such a splash, I guess you could say, is like it's I'm not used to it.
I guess it's a good thing because then you'll have a lot of eyes, and the more eyes, the more potential donations.
Oh yeah, no, it's crazy how many people have seen it and like supported it already. Like it really, really like surprised me. I was expecting maybe like some big attention, but not to the scale that it has been. It really caught me off guard.
How long have you been with this mob? Someone wants to know.
I debuted this model late March, so it's been almost 6 months. Yeah, I guess that's it actually. Almost 6 months.
I think both models are very cute. I think Rebbi's a very unique model too.
Thank you. I agree. I really like both of the IPs and stuff. I am a little bit sad as well to put Rebbi kind of on the back burner when I get like the new Chio model ready and everything. But I am also excited because I do love Chio too, and I think it's the right move for my community and career and everything.
Do you consider yourself a career VTuber?
Career VTuber? Yes. I am a full-time VTuber, and I don't have any other careers that I do in the background. Nothing else that I'm aiming for. I know a lot of VTubers will do like VTubing on the side while they're like in college or something. That's not me. I'm here for the long haul. I want to be a VTuber for the rest of my life. I'm very serious about it.
I mean,
yeah.
6 years. You've been here a lot longer and probably outlasted quite a few
I've seen the birth and death of many VTubers, VTuber companies, other companies that just do business with VTubers. Like it's been a lot.
I'm sure it's been crazy. I've been here half as long and I've seen so much stuff already.
Yeah, I'm sure there'll be a lot more in my I'll be here 60 years old, being like I'm still here doing the VTubing.
I know VTubing is a pretty female-dominated space, but what tips would you give to a male looking to get started? I'm looking to maybe do some tabletop stuff and a comic book club along with the usual gaming stream stuff.
If I were to give male VTubers any tips, I think my number one tip, would honestly be like what you're doing now is very good, having a niche in there. Because the field is very female dominated, I feel like a lot of male VTubers try to appeal to the same general fan bases that the female VTubers have, and that's why, at least in my opinion, from what I see, my observations, I feel like that's why a lot of male VTubers struggle, is because the majority of fans are guys that like anime girls. So if you're trying to appeal to those same fans, they might not be interested in what you're doing. But if you have like a niche you can appeal to, like for example, what you said is also great. But another example, you could have maybe like let's say we have like a sports VTuber. If they appeal to like sports fans, maybe even people outside the VTuber community, they can pull in more fans that are interested in what they're doing, rather than putting their efforts on people who maybe weren't going to be interested to begin with. You know, it's all about finding your audience. And making sure that it's something that you want to do as well. Like, don't try to find a niche just to have one. Make sure it is something you're interested in, because being a content creator, getting it off the ground, is not something that can be done overnight. And for a lot of people, it might not be something that you ever do, or you could spend a long time on it. Maybe you will, but it will just take you a long time. So if you're going to put so much work and time into it, then you might as well make it something that you enjoy doing, because it's going to be really hard to keep up with it if you don't like it and you're just doing it to get numbers.
Exactly. And also, like, don't spend a lot when you're first starting out. Make sure you like VTubing first. You can get so many free models on Booth.
Yeah, I agree with that as well. You might like spend like a ton to get like a fancy model, and then you start streaming or making videos, however you want to do VTubing, and then you find that you don't like it. And then you've already spent all that money and you can't get it back. So definitely a good idea to make sure that you like what you're doing first before investing money.
Yeah. So it says their advice is be a woman.
I mean, I guess it does make things a little bit easier. But even if you are a female VTuber, there's still a lot of people that struggle to get their VTubing careers off the ground. I guess you could technically argue it's easier in some aspects, but that doesn't make it easy. Like, it's still very hard work. Coming up with what you're gonna do, putting in all the time and effort, finding clips, editing, networking. Like, there's all that work that still goes into it, even for female VTubers.
Yeah. There's a lot more than what people see. Like, going live is probably the easiest part. If you have one piece of advice for new VTubers, what would it be?
Let me think. I have so much advice. I usually, when you get me on the subject, I can just go on and on and on. But if I had to pick one thing...
You could go on and on and on.
I'll go on for hours. You don't want me to go on and on and on. One piece of advice I would give to new VTubers. Well, some of what we just said is definitely good, like making sure that you don't spend like a ton of money on something if you're not sure if you'll like it. But I would also recommend, don't get too caught up in what people think and what other people's opinions. Especially in the VTuber sphere. I mean, it's the internet in general, but especially in the VTuber sphere, there's a lot of people who will maybe try to make issues out of like, oh, you have a model they don't like, or you're doing content that they don't like, or like maybe they just don't like your personality. And if you get too caught up in what other people are doing, it can not only like mess with you like mentally, but like it can just make it really hard for you to want to like keep up with your craft and stuff. So I would recommend just like stay true to what you want to do, building a thicker skin can take a lot of time. I'm honestly still working on that myself, and I've been here 6 years. So, but I would say it's one of the best things that I have done is just learning how to deal with people who don't like you very much. You know, not everybody likes me. Don't expect everybody to like you either, because you cannot appeal to everybody. So just figure out what you want to do, who you are as a creator, and then just stick with that. And like, not everyone will like it, but there will also be lots of people who do, and you can find those people, and you can be happy with what you got instead of trying to change what you're doing for somebody else.
Agreed, yeah. We do want you to go off rise. It's true. I do try to encourage people to talk a lot, especially about things that they're really passionate about.
Normally people are like, she's yapping about numbers.
No, it's a good thing though.
Yeah. Oh, I guess actually, that would be another thing that I would recommend is like, I also see a lot of VTubers who say like, if you're gonna do VTubing and streaming, it should just be for fun and friendship, and that you shouldn't worry about numbers. And like, you don't want to get so caught up with numbers that you're like stressed out and not enjoying what you're doing, right? But it's also not a bad thing to be wary of your numbers, and like looking at your analytics to see what you can do better from like a constructive criticism standpoint. It's not a bad thing to be like conscious of that, as long as you don't let it go to your head and like, you know, like, oh, you see like 2 people unsubscribe from your channel, like, I'm the worst person ever. No, it doesn't mean that. And don't feel bad, because, you know, like, not everyone might like stick around and stuff. But like, I see a lot of people say like don't care about it at all, and they really like hammer that into your head in certain circles of the VTuber scene. So I just wanted to say, like, you know, as long as you have a healthy mindset towards it, it's not bad to acknowledge your numbers, and don't feel bad if you want to pay attention to that.
Wanting to grow is not a bad thing. I think there's a lot of demonization about it, because most people are like, oh, well, I mean, I kind of see it twofold because I work in social media. So I know people want to grow, but there's also like this, oh, just have fun with it. Well, some people actually do want to make a career out of it.
You can certainly do both. It doesn't have to be one or the other. I think the mindset originally, like, it originated from like, don't have a healthy mind, like, don't have an unhealthy mindset about it. Like, you know, some people get so caught up with their numbers that they get stressed out anytime they see their number drop even a little bit, or they see their viewers drop. And then like I have friends who like kind of freak out when they see that happening, and they just start like what's the word when you're like crapping on yourself? Self-deprecation. Yeah, they start self-deprecating. And just like I think where that originated was like people saying like, you know, don't like let yourself spiral over it. But I think it's kind of evolved into this like, don't ever care about it sort of mindset. And I just think that can also be detrimental to people who want to make their VTubing into more of a career. Some people just want to do it as a hobby, and if you want to do it just as a hobby, you can do whatever you want. You don't have to listen to any advice. But if for anyone wanting to like take it further, or at least try, it's not a bad thing to be wary of like your numbers and stuff. But yeah, like you said, like it gets demonized a lot now. And it's both interesting and kind of sad to see that it's turned into that sort of thing, because it did come from a healthy place at first, but yeah, it's transformed over time. And I just hope that more VTubers starting out can feel more confident in knowing like it's not a bad thing to pay attention to how you're doing, and it's not a bad thing to want to be bigger, and it's also not a bad thing to occasionally feel disappointed if you're not where you want to be. That doesn't mean I see that a lot too. If you're like, oh, you're voicing disappointment that you're not where you want to be, you're ungrateful for what you have. And like, that's not true either, because you can definitely be very grateful for everything you have and still like you have goals that you want to hit, you know, and you might, it's okay to feel sad sometimes if you're not hitting them, as long as you like, you know, pick yourself up, just keep trying, let yourself feel the sad, but then, you know, just keep trying. A lot of hard work can go a long way. So yeah.
No,
I hope that all made sense. I hope that I kept that coherent.
You did, and I 100% agree with what you said. Like, and like someone else says in the comments, MMO logic implies the most effective grind is the one you enjoy. I think it's okay to be unhappy with where you are and want to grow from there. Especially because a lot of people do really enjoy VTubing and they wanna take it further. And I will say a lot of times the limitation with content creation is money. And if you don't have a lot of it, you can't do a lot of content creation because you have to focus a lot on working. So people, they want to do something that makes them happy.
Oh, sorry about that. My internet just randomly died.
No, it's okay. I was just yapping at them.
And I'm trying to rejoin the arena. I keep saying failed to get arena.
I see you. You're in here.
Oh, I see you now. There we go. Sorry about that.
No, it's fine. It's fine. They downgraded me. I've been demoted to Wobble.
I can see that. Oh, sorry, but what were we talking about before that happened?
Oh, we were just talking about oh goodness, advice for new streamers.
Oh yeah.
What are
Was
some
there any other?
Yeah, it's okay. Someone asked, what are some of the best ways to start networking with other VTubers?
Oh, that was a bit of a hard one for me to answer, because before I got into an agency, I had 0 friends. But if I were to recommend something to someone, I would definitely recommend utilizing Twitter. I know some people don't like Twitter, but I feel like it's the best social media platform for content creators. It has the best natural reach of any social media site that I can think of. And you just start networking, start interacting on more people's posts. You don't have to try to be all buddy friends, but start commenting. People will start seeing your name. Some people might start talking with you more. Make sure you follow people. Show up to their streams. Be a chatter. Be part of the community. People will slowly kind of take notice of you, and you might make some friends. You'll get your name out there. That's what I would recommend.
Yeah, you could. The worst someone could say is no.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. Yeah. And it might still be really hard. It was always really hard for me. Sometimes I feel like I still struggle with that.
No, I understand.
But that's what I would say is the best way to do it, at least in my experience. Yeah.
I agree, but I understand because I also have social anxiety, so I know how scary it could be to send that first message.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's definitely intimidating. For me, I always I'm kind of socially awkward as well. So I feel like I don't always know the best way to interact with people. But if you just slowly interact with more people, you'll kind of learn how they interact with the others and how you want to interact with people and what kind of people you want to hang around and stuff. Yeah, it's a slow process sort of thing. But that would be my recommendation.
Yeah, I think that's good. I think that's a good way to go about it. Is it okay to ask some questions about Pixel Link, or would you want to avoid that topic completely?
We can talk about it. I may not be able to answer everything depending on the question, but if it's something that I can answer, then I'm happy to.
So I was just curious, because Pixel Link seemed to pop out of nowhere and then it had talents. Did you audition or did they recruit you, if you're allowed to say?
Yes, I auditioned. I was a Generation 2 talent. I remember when I decided that I wanted to be in an agency, I had shopped around, saw which agencies were available, which ones might be recruiting, and I stumbled across Pixelink, and I thought they were familiar because I had seen them. I remembered seeing them at the previous Off-Kai, which was the event that inspired me to try to go agency. Actually, I went to Off-Kai and it was magical. But Pixel Link's first wave of talents had debuted shortly before then, and they were at Offkai. So when I came across them later, I was like, oh yeah, this was this group that agency I saw at Offkai. And they were not recruiting at the time. But I went ahead and followed their page. Like, I looked at their Twitter. I didn't see, like, I'm pretty picky about agency red flags. But when I looked, I saw, like, professional presentation, quality put into the models, and the way that they present themselves. And, like, that's always a pretty good sign. So I followed, and I also turned on my notifications for them as well. And I feel like it's a good thing that I did, because it wasn't too much longer after that they opened auditions. And like, I happened to be looking at my phone when the notification like popped up. They posted like auditions for Gen 2, and I was like, awesome! Immediately dropped what I was doing, went upstairs to my office, made a video, and I was one of the first submissions in.
So, what made you decide to become corpo? Was it that experience at Pixel Link? Did something like click that you wanted gen mates?
For me, I used to be an indie before Pixel Link, and for quite a while, I was kind of on the fence if I wanted to try to go corpo, because especially then, there weren't a lot of adoption options, and I was pretty hesitant to leave behind my identity at the time. But then I ended up, back then, Chromashift was still called Idol, and they had their talents, Yuko Yurei and Fuyo Cloverfield. They had this show called Bratcast, and there was one episode where they were giving away 2 tickets to Offkai to people who entered. And I went ahead and decided, you know what, like, I don't usually win these things, but I'll put my name in. Probably won't win, but whatever, we'll see. And I did not win. It was 2 other people. And I was like, okay, yeah, that's usually how it goes. But then one night, randomly, I was lying in bed and I checked my email, and I had an email from Idol saying like, hey, one of the people who got a ticket is not able to go. Do you want the ticket? And I was like, yeah! And then I went to Offkai.
It's awesome.
Yeah, and it was such a great experience. Like, it was my first time being like physically in a space that's all about VTubers. And it was like the 2nd gen of Offkai, year 2. And just like seeing like all the standees surrounded by VTuber fans, it feels like you're with your people, sort of, and getting to see like the concerts and panels and events.
Awesome.
That's what like really inspired me. Like I left Offkai feeling like, okay, I want to go corpo. I want to try.
Would you ever, I know unfortunately Pixel Link didn't work out, but would you ever try again in the future to go corpo?
I am open to it. I've actually talked a little bit with my community about that as well. I am open to it, but I am also very picky about agencies as well, especially because like back when I first decided to go corpo, the agency scene was in a better time at the time. We've had a lot more closures, and some not great stuff happened since then. There's fewer and fewer options. We also had some new corpos show up. Yeah. But I am very picky when it comes to corpos. I'm not one who will consider like a brand new corpo. Maybe if I like really knew the people who were like running, but I'm not really in those circles, so don't really know a lot of people like that. So for me, if I were to pick another one, I know I want an adoption, especially now that I'm doing this fundraiser to get IP. I definitely don't want to fundraise for the model. I move back to Chio, and then like 6 months later, I get into some agency where I have a new identity and we leave everything behind. Right?
That would be very frustrating.
Yeah, that would not work out very well. So I would want it to be like adoption, and then one of the more long-standing agencies that like, I feel like I can trust more. I know it's possible, we have had some agencies that were very trusted from an outside perspective that aren't that great, but I feel like the chances are, if they're long-standing, it's higher chances that they'll be pretty good, like, how to run their business. And I would want it to be a place as well where I feel like I personally like fit in with the other talents too.
Yeah.
So I have a couple places that I think about, but I don't know. I might shoot my shot. See what happens if auditions open in the future, and I guess we'll see.
No, I think that's the smart thing to do. You seem to have like a very keen eye for it, especially being in VTubing as long as you have. I'm sure you know a lot of the ins and outs too.
Yeah, I've only ever been in one agency, which was Pixelink, but I have seen a lot of agencies come and go. I've heard a lot of stories from people who have left other agencies, and I am definitely very picky when it comes to red flags with agencies and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't want to like name names or anything, but there was one time. It was before I got into Pixelink and I was looking around for agencies. There was one that was starting up at the time. They had their auditions open for the first gen, and I had been talking with my friend about getting into an agency. And they said like, well, what about this one? This one looks pretty good. And I looked at their Twitter, and they were like, not speaking the most professionally on the main Twitter, as well as like talking about their credentials, and it wasn't really that like not very like professional, long-standing credentials, you know. And I said like, nah, I don't think this is a good one. I don't think it's gonna work out. And then they closed after their first gen debuted, and they were not around for very long. So I feel like I kind of predicted it.
Yeah, that kind of sounds like you predicted it. You knew they weren't gonna last very long.
Sometimes you can just, you know, like not to say like that the companies that do that, like they all have the same problems, but I feel like it's definitely like a sign, you know? It can be.
I agree, especially, you know, having the background in PR and social media. I see a lot of these companies, and they kind of seem like either fly-by-night VTuber corpos, or like places that have a dream but not really the backing to make it a reality.
Yeah. Like, I think the most important thing a corpo can have is like upper management that know what they're doing. They have a clear direction and plan. They have the funds and experience within business to make things happen. And then also an appreciation for what VTubing is and the talent as well.
Yes.
We get a lot of talents who get mistreated from different agencies and stuff, and it's very sad. And a professional presence on social media is like a big one for me. That is a red flag that personally I think is a pretty big one, but I don't see it get discussed a lot when it comes to like agency red flags. I see a lot of other ones listed, like having a lot of graduations and stuff. But like when it comes to like social media presence, I don't see that one get talked about a lot. And I do think there's some exceptions. Like for example, like there's like Sock's agency, where like, you know, the CEO Floor likes to shitpost and mess around with the talents a lot.
Yeah.
But I would say that in the case like that, you know, it's a bit of an exception because he had a long-standing brand where like that was sort of the brand for a long time, and then the agency is kind of like an extension of that. If that is not the case, then personally, I really want to see some professionalism on the main company Twitter.
Yeah.
But yeah.
No, I agree with what you just said. I have definitely seen similar things before, and professionalism is definitely it's not just key to standing out, but also trust. And I think trust is like a big part of VTubing, because after all, we are, you know, I think a lot of people see VTubing as like a way to hide something, and I hear a lot of people say like, oh, they're a VTuber because they must be like really ugly or something.
Yes, I see that a lot too.
So I do think having that trust and building that connection with people is kind of important.
Oh yeah, trust is very important. And in the VTuber space, but also just like online in general, a lot of the time, once you lose people's trust, it's very, very hard to get that trust back.
Yes.
So it's very important to try to do right by people first, and just like keep that in mind. And I would say doubly important if like someone is starting an agency, because the trust with agencies is so low right now. Like, you really want to try to put your best foot forward.
especially with like one certain very large agency that just blew up unexpectedly. So I think a lot of people right now are just hesitant in the agency model.
No, I don't blame anyone for feeling the way that they do, especially with that like massive implosion. Like in a few days, just gone. Like it was pretty big.
That was kind of crazy.
Yeah, and it's also a bit of a scary example too, because I'm sitting here talking about like red flags that you can see from an outside perspective when like applying to agencies and stuff. But sometimes you can look all you want, and you might not see those red flags. I will say personally, I did not pay a ton of attention to VShojo, so maybe there were red flags there that an active fan would have seen. And I just simply wasn't like a super active fan. So, but. Though, VShojo is not the only, like, once reputable big agency that kind of soured the reputation over time. We've had a few others. And sometimes, from an outside perspective, you can look very closely, very carefully. It looks okay. The problems truly are something you can only see internally, and you just... You're not going to know unless you, like, take the risk and sign in, right?
Exactly.
And that's also, like, a scary thought, that VShojo, ended up being one of those.
Hopefully Tenshi's fake corpo doesn't explode into a Google Docky.
Oh no, I'm dropping the Google Doc on
my
the agency.
My fake corpo. You're a YouTube streamer, right? What would you say are some of the biggest differences between YouTube and Twitch streaming from both the streamer and chatter perspective?
Well, YouTube and Twitch do have like a lot of differences. I also used to, a long time ago, stream on Twitch as well. And I will say, both have their issues. But personally, I feel like YouTube, well, they save the VODs for one, and Twitch does not. But I feel like personally, YouTube is a bit more like flexible, with like VTubers and stuff. A lot of people, when I talk about this with certain like friends and stuff, they'll be like, oh, but like Twitch has like animated emotes and the raid culture is better. And maybe I'm biased because I'm over on YouTube primarily, but I feel like I see a lot more like horror stories for VTubers on Twitch versus YouTube. Like YouTube can get on your butt for dumb stuff sometimes, but it feels like it's less common. And then from like a chat perspective, I don't have a lot of experience with hate raids or anything like that personally, but I have heard stories where like hate raids seem to be a lot more common on Twitch from what I've heard. And I think the general vibe of chat is also a bit different, but I'm not really sure how to put that one into specific words. That one's more like a feeling. You spend some time on Twitch, spend some time on YouTube, the vibe is just kind of different, you know? Yeah, I hope that's a good enough answer. I'm kind of blanking on that one too a little bit.
No, it's okay. I've personally, thankfully, never experienced a hate raid, but I have had, I've heard stories of it, and I mean, I'm very thankful. But I do agree that the raid culture is a little bit different, and we do get the animated emotes.
For me, yeah, I wish animated emotes were on YouTube.
Maybe one day.
I guess for me, I actually forgot about it for a second. I have had one hate raid a long time ago, way before Pixel, and it was pretty bad. I think on the Twitch side it wasn't too bad, but I remember like I had a Discord server at the time, and they got into the Discord server and started posting gore.
Oh, no.
So it was pretty scary. That's the only hate raid I've ever had, so thankfully I still don't have a lot of experience with it, but I guess I do have that one experience with it.
Oh, that's horrible that someone would do that.
Yeah, it's scary. It's scary what some people would do.
It's so weird to me, like, there's so many better uses of your time than going to some stranger's chat or stream and just like being mean.
I know. I guess for some people it's just their idea of fun, but personally I don't understand it at all.
I don't either. Would you consider dual streaming in the future with Chio?
Yeah, I've gotten that question quite a bit recently, actually. And my current plan, which this is kind of like subject to change, I suppose, because it's pretty far in the future, and it's hard for me to see like what things are going to be exactly like in the future then. But my current plan is when the Chio model is ready, if we like fund it and stuff, then I plan to move most of my activity to Chio. I do want to do some activities with Rebbi still as well. And I guess it means like I guess it would depend on what you mean by like dual streaming. If you mean like being active on like both accounts, I do want to, but it's hard for me to say how much activity I will put into Rebbi because it's kind of hard to put the same amount of energy into two different personas, especially if you're a full-time VTuber and like you rely on one being like your job and stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
I think he meant
Twitch says YouTube dual streaming. Oh no, I don't really want to do that. Personally, I don't really like streaming on Twitch very much, and that's why I'm just on YouTube.
I understand.
Sorry, I have your chat open. I just kind of read that before you could get to it.
No, it's okay. Dude, trust me, you're free to read things. I
Ah,
usually just do it because I'm not sure. Sometimes if the other person has the Twitch chat open.
I'll let you read it though.
No, it's okay. Will Chio ever collab with Rebbi? Drama.
Perhaps. I don't know what the drama means, but for the rest of that, perhaps.
I'm not sure about the drama part either. Maybe they meant dramatic.
Oh, maybe. The way it's formatted reminds me when people say derogatory.
Oh, like the tone tags.
Yeah. When they're like, penis derogatory.
Have you seen Rebbi and Chio in the same room? They hate each other. Sarcasm.
And she hates me? Since when?
Oh no, you can't just say that, Corgi. Corgi's just trying to stir up drama now.
Oh, I see. That's what the drama tag was for. To start it.
Yeah. So, do you have an Oshi?
Oh, that's kind of a hard question to answer. Despite me being in VTubing for so long, I don't personally feel like I have one VTuber that like I watch all the time and like super look up to. I have some ones that like I like them. But like being a full-time VTuber, it's kind of hard to watch a lot of VTubers. So I would say some that I really like. I really like midi.exe. I like Fuamoko, Nero-sama. Not many that like really stand out to me. Mostly though, I tend to watch like YouTubers. So sometimes when people ask me who my Hoshi is, I'll say it's Insim, who is not a VTuber at all. Is a gaming YouTuber, but I do watch him a fair bit.
Oh, I feel like that's fair.
Yeah.
Does Rebbi know what 7TV is? It's an extension you could get for Twitch, so you could have even more emotes.
Oh, it's like that Frank's thing that
Yeah,
people
it's
were
like
talking
Franker
about a
face.
while back. Yeah, I guess I know what it is in passing, but I never used it.
Should a bilingual VTuber stream in EN, JP, or both?
I guess it would depend on what sort of audience you're wanting to attract. And also consider what time zone you're in. If you stream in like EN-friendly time zones, for example, and you are bilingual and you can like speak English to a good level, then I would recommend doing English streams because that's the sort of audience you might be able to attract. Although there are streamers, VTubers who do like a mix of the two, so you could like primarily focus maybe like English and then you also speak some Japanese. You can also kind of attract a mix of the audience that way. But I would say my number one thing I would look at is like what time zone am I streaming in and like what countries are able to watch me the most at that time.
Yeah.
Maybe speak the language that the people who are most available to you primarily speak.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Mhm.
Do you play Monster Hunter, and what weapon, if so?
I haven't played it in a while, but I do have Monster Hunter World, and I was playing it for a good bit. Although this was before I even debuted in Pixel Link, so to give you a timeline of how long ago that was. I believe I use the dual swords. I tend to go towards like fast-paced weapons where I can move and maneuver fast. I don't like slow weapons. I don't like weapons that give me slow attack animations or anything like that. So yeah, I'm very partial to swords, and especially like the faster ones. Mm-hmm.
I like World, and I've been playing Wild, but I'm a great sword user.
Ooh, yeah, I hate great swords. They're so slow.
They're really slow, but I like the weight of it. I don't know. I feel like it's the easiest.
Nah, I get that. I feel like the weight of a sword like that might be like really attractive using it. I'm a big weapons fan. I have a sword collection myself, so when you start talking about that, it's like, oh yeah.
I also have a
aspects.
sword collection.
You do?
Yeah, I have a few swords. I have a broadsword and a long sword.
Oh! Yo, okay, I was thinking like, man, your sword collection is probably way bigger than mine, but it's actually around the same size. I have 2 swords, and then I have a knife as well, which like, it's not a sword, but I count it as part of the collection anyway.
So I have a few more swords. I have a pretty big collection of knives, and then a few lightsabers as well.
Ooh! Are they real? Do they actually cut through things with light?
I have throwing knives, and I have pocket knives. I've got a few daggers.
Whoa! Oh, your collection must be way bigger than. I have been wanting to add to my collection for so long, but I have not had like the time or money.
It is a little bit expensive. I'm not gonna lie. But
That's
I
so
like
cool
them.
though. Yeah, one day I want to have a sniper rifle too.
So
Not to shoot it, just to have it.
I have a shotgun.
Either?
Yeah, it's technically like the family shotgun, but it's under my dad's mattress.
Wow, that's so cool. I don't have a gun at all.
I would say handguns are a little bit scary. I like the shotgun because even though it's like a bigger boom, it's a little bit easier to handle than a handgun.
Yeah, I've only ever used like it was a handgun. I don't know if it was a pistol or a Glock or whatever. I have used that one. It's the only gun that I've had experience with. Not mine, it was like a friend's.
Yeah.
I'm more of a sword person, but I do like the idea of a sniper rifle.
No, I like the swords better too, and archery. Those are like much better to me. I've used my dad's handgun, and I've used the shotgun a few times, but I like archery a lot more.
Oh, I want to do archery. I've never used a bow before.
It's a lot of fun. I like it a lot.
Do you like get on like a horse with your bow and like pretend you're Merida?
No, I've never done horse archery. I've just done like ground archery.
I've ridden a horse, but I've never had a bow while on a horse, so...
It takes a lot of skill to do it on a horse.
Oh yeah, I can imagine. You're like actively moving and you gotta like predict and aim with like the bumping, like riding up and down on the horse, and you gotta like prediction aim and stuff.
There's a lot more to it, yeah. Corgi wants to know, are any of your swords taller than you?
No, none of them are. Fun fact about one of them though, I have stabbed myself with one once.
Oh no.
Nah, not badly or anything. But one of my swords, it does not have the best sheath on it. It's like a cloth sheath.
Oh.
So the tip of the sword tends to like poke through if you push it all the way in.
You gotta get yourself a good leather sheath.
I know, yeah. I tend to just not bother because it's kind of okay. But there was this one time, I was carrying it. I was walking downstairs to like show my family when I still lived with them, and I tend to bounce a bit when I move. So I'm walking down the stairs carrying the sword, the tip down. My leg came up, the sword came down,
Oh,
and I just kind of stabbed myself in the leg with it.
Oh no. Were you okay?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I was okay. It was like it didn't go very deep at all. It was deep enough to draw a little bit of blood, but like it, it's the kind of where you like wash it and it's fine. Like,
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
But technically now I can say I've been impaled by a sword, and that's pretty cool.
It's just a flesh wound.
Yeah.
Do you play any gacha games?
No, I hate gacha games with a passion.
No, Finley, Nikki.
Mm-mm.
Oh, it's such a fun game though. I love it a lot.
I'm very hardcore on my stance.
Should be careful. Rebbi's going full John Hammond from Jurassic Park, trying to revive dinosaurs.
I guess so.
She was so preoccupied knowing she could. She didn't stop to think if she should.
I wanted to play God today, and I've decided I'll do it.
Do you have any ideas of like the new outfit you're gonna get, Chio? Like, are you gonna go for something casual or something fancy, or are you just gonna keep it a surprise?
I haven't said too much about on the outfit and stuff and like the new model. But I have said like I don't really plan to change a lot for like the new model. The biggest change will be just proportions. Because I always wanted something a little more petite and smaller than what Chio has. So like that's gonna be like the biggest change. Otherwise though, it's gonna be pretty much the same, including the outfit.
Are you gonna have the same mama?
I wish I could, but there's a few reasons why I can't go with the same mama. The biggest one being the commissions aren't even open right now, so. But also they don't really do a style. They don't really do like the really petite style like I'm wanting. Like something like Rebbi here, right? Like very very cute, very small, very useful looking. That's like the style that I personally really like.
Yeah.
And like. They don't really do that style, and I've heard it's rude to ask a Japanese artist to like do something that they don't normally do, right? Like you would normally just go to someone who does do that style.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I want to be respectful to their style. I don't want to ask them to do something they don't normally do. And then of course also it would cost more money, because they're a bigger name brand sort of mama.
Yeah.
It would. I don't have exact numbers for what it would cost, but I expect at least a few more thousand than what we currently are raising. So, I do feel sad, cause I want to stay in the same family as like Pippa and Aoi. They were my siblings when I used that model, and I know like they're both rooting for me to get the IP back. And I am honestly a little worried that I may disappoint them if I debut with a different mama's art. I hope not. I know their family gets a lot of graduations, and I don't really want to like come back and use like a different model, but I also want to be true to what like I want to get for a model. I want something I'm gonna be happy with, especially if we're gonna like raise all this money together.
Yeah.
So like it's a difficult decision to make, but I think it's the best move forward.
I agree. I can understand why and see it from like your perspective. Like you want something you're satisfied with, and you want something that really reflects you, and that's a big part of VTubing too. Is that we get to be the best versions of ourselves.
Yeah, that's exactly how I feel about it. And I can't speak for anyone else feels, but I know for me, even if we have different art mamas, I will always consider them my VTuber family. Yeah.
I think they'll still consider you family too, especially with how much they're rooting for you.
That would be really nice. It would make me feel really relieved if that ends up being the case. I'm a big worry wart. I worry about everything.
I understand that.
Yeah, like I probably won't stop worrying about it until I have like some sort of confirmation later.
Yeah, they probably wouldn't share the stuff or respond if they were unwilling to do stuff with you. Like, they still want to be connected to you.
That's true, that's true. I guess my worry is like I did lay out my plans for Cheeto, but it was in a different post, and I'm just sitting here like I don't know if they've seen that post. But they probably have because like that post also got quite a bit of traction. Yeah, if they're still supportive of me, then like that means a lot. And like they probably won't. I don't know if they'll be watching this later, but like I love you guys.
I'm sure they feel the same. Like, I feel like there's so much like a kinship with VTubing, especially when you have the same mama. So I'm sure they still will support you and rally behind you.
Yeah, I definitely still feel that family tie, even if we like don't have the same mama. Yeah.
Do you still keep in touch with the other girls, even if they've gone to, you know, past lives and new lives?
You mean like the other pixelated girls?
Yeah.
It kind of depends on the girl. Some of us are still really, really close and we talk a lot. Some of us not so much. But that's okay. I have no ill feelings towards any of the girls, regardless of like what they've chosen, and I still wish them all the best in their creator journeys.
That's good. I think it's always like that in a group. You have like, if it's like when you graduate school, and then some people you're still really close to, and some people they go on and they do other things, like become a lawyer or something.
Yeah, for some people, the bond may just be when you're working under the same label, and then for some people, that bond will like transcend that. And nothing, neither of those is like bad or anything, you know. It's just how it goes.
It's just how life is.
I still very much respect the girls, even if some of us don't talk so much anymore.
That's a good thing. I think, you know, having an open heart is a good thing. You're the one streaming, it makes complete sense to stream with what you're happy with. Yeah.
Man, it really feels reassuring to hear that. I've been so worried about like so many things with the fundraiser and stuff. It really makes me feel better to hear that.
You know, you have to be happy with what you want to do, because when you're happiest, your audience is also happiest.
Yeah, I want to make what I feel is like the best decision, not just for me, but also like my community and stuff. Yeah. I hope everyone will be happy with what we end up doing. I feel pretty confident that it'll be good and it'll be what makes me happiest. So I'm really excited to see how everything turns out.
I am too. I'll be looking for Chio's Twitter to pop back up.
Yeah, I'm excited for when like stuff gets closer to being ready and I can start like just posting teasers, you know, just out of nowhere. Everyone's gonna be like, look!
She's back!
She's alive!
I'll definitely be looking forward to it.
Yeah. Hope everyone doesn't forget about it in the few months after the fundraiser while we're waiting for the new model.
I'm sure they won't forget. I'm sure everyone's gonna be very eager. Even if they did forget though, like the moment it pops up, they're gonna be like, oh yeah! She's alive!
Yeah, probably. I probably don't have to worry about it.
I know how it is though. Like you'll worry about it until the debut, and then once the debut's over, you'll be like, oh, why did I do all that worrying?
Yeah, pretty much. That's me every time. I'll be like, why did I worry so much? Until the next time I worry, then I worry all over again.
I understand that, yeah. Always remember you, Chippy Choppa.
Chippy Choppa Noodles!
So,
I
if you
appreciate that.
if you had to start over from the beginning, what's something you would do differently?
I would start really trying to hone my skills immediately. When I first started as a creator, I had a really sheltered childhood growing up, and I feel like there's a lot of creators that I've seen who will talk about their past, and they'll be like, "Oh, I was a YouTuber for several years before being a VTuber," so they kind of had time to like figure out who they wanted to be and everything. And I wasn't allowed to have that sort of freedom on the internet when I was younger. So when I got started as a VTuber, I had to figure everything out from scratch, and it also like kind of took me a while to figure out what I wanted to do and everything. If I could go back and start all over again, I would tell myself to start working on skills immediately, and just to be more confident as well. Because I was very nervous about being online and doing stuff, even though I enjoyed it. And also to not be afraid of live streaming, because I was definitely very intimidated by live streaming. I started out making videos like a lot of the Let's Players that I would watch. And I thought that I'd be way too scared to do live streaming because it's like a live performance and stuff. But when I finally tried it, I ended up really enjoying it. So I would tell myself not to be too scared of live streaming either.
Would you ever consider making long-form content like Let's Plays?
Honestly, funnily enough, that's what I thought I would like to do, but I actually don't enjoy Let's Plays as much. The reason being, like, you don't really, you gotta fill, like, all that empty space with commentary. You don't have a chat to bounce off of.
Yeah, it's
and,
a lot
like, I
harder.
can yap to myself for a while, but, like, it's a lot harder, you know? Especially if you're doing it for really long periods. I don't know how the YouTubers I watch do it.
I think it's really hard. Like, I love being able to come here and talk to my chat. It's one of the highlights of my day.
Yeah, same here. And I especially like is like when I was younger, I always appreciated having someone watch me play video games and stuff. And I feel like live streaming just kind of fulfills like that experience for me now. You know, it feels more fun to play a game when there's someone either playing with you or watching. So when I have like my live audience, like I got people watching, you know?
Yeah. And it's really fun being able to have people and just be like, hey, you know, today we're gonna play Dark Souls, and everyone's like, heck yeah.
Yeah.
Are you parasocial with your chat?
I think that would kind of depend on what you mean by parasocial. I do feel like the definition of that word has kind of gotten skewed in the VTuber space. As far as my knowledge, what it originally meant was like people having a strong attachment to you, but you like don't really know who they are. It's like a one-sided relationship.
Yeah.
And I will say, I can't say I know any of my viewers that well. They probably do have an easier time remembering things about me. But that's because, you know, I'm one person, and for them it's hundreds of people.
Yeah.
But I do make an effort to remember things that people tell me, and to remember names and stuff. I do sort of rely on my chat for like a bit of the social aspect of my life, because I do still struggle a lot with having friends to like talk to and hang out with. I like to think I'm a pretty friendly person, but I just kind of struggle with like getting lasting conversations going, I guess. So oftentimes my chat, like, they're the people that I talk to. They're the people I talk to the most in a week. So I don't know if you'd consider that parasocial, but there's definitely, I feel like we definitely have like a unique relationship, and I feel like, you know, they have a special place in my life, and I'm very grateful to have them.
I think that's nice. I really enjoy being with my chat. I do agree with you that parasocial, the word, has kind of become like blurred, at least with VTubers. Like, people are always joking like, oh, they're so parasocial, but they're just nice or something.
I've seen that word thrown around towards people who actually do get very close with their chat. And then I'm just kind of like, but if they're both equally close, that's not what parasocial means. It's not one-sided anymore.
Yes.
Yeah, it's been kind of like twisted to mean like any sort of relationship within streaming and VTubing, and like that's not what it means.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What are some of your hobbies when you're not streaming?
That's hard to answer because I stream so much, and I'm a workaholic. I'm pretty much always on my computer. If I'm not streaming, then I'm working on videos, or I'm brainstorming, or I'm trying to like think of some like non-streaming projects that I might want to take on.
Mhm.
I got work on the brain like maybe like 95% of the time.
Content
But
brain.
I would say hobbies. I really enjoy cooking. I love food. I love making food. I like playing with spices and stuff, so cooking. And then I do like video games, although video games are kind of what I do with streaming, so I don't know if that's separate from streaming, but I do like it.
I think it counts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I've started exercising more. I've been more fit, enjoying fitness. I guess you could say that one too.
Witness her
Oh!
fitness.
And animation. I like animation.
Oh yeah, I've seen your tweets where you're animating.
Yeah. But I guess it's kind of my content still too. But I really enjoy animation, and I've been like playing more with 3D and learning how to use Blender and trying to become more well versed with it. So that's been like really fun too.
I haven't seen anything about the 3D, but I've seen your animation tweets, and it's very impressive. Your art is really good.
Thank you. Yeah, I've done some like 3D shit posts recently. There's some on my channel if anyone's curious.
Oh, I'll have to look. Yeah.
They're not very well animated, but they're funny.
I think content doesn't have to be perfect to be great.
Yeah, good in their own way.
If you weren't streaming or doing content creation, what would your dream job be?
Dead.
That's an answer.
I don't want to do anything else. I'd rather be dead.
You know what? Valid.
Yeah. I honestly don't know what my answer would be though. There's not really another career that interests me. Like, maybe voice acting, I guess. It would definitely be another creative career if I had to pick one.
Did you have like a
Oh,
career?
animating!
Yeah,
I keep
animating's
forgetting!
Did you have a career you wanted to be like as a child when you grew up?
Well, when I was a child, sort of. I was one of those kids who, like, never really knew what they wanted to be when they got older. So I always assumed that I would grow up to be, like... I always assumed my job would be either food or animal related, because I loved food and animals. I still do love food and animals. I think if I could go back in time and tell myself, you're gonna be an entertainer when you grow up, I'd probably think, you're crazy and I'd rather die. I did not like being the center of attention. I still don't, actually. If it's not streaming, if you're like, put me in a crowded room IRL and everyone is looking at me, I'm going to want to die, like, on the spot. I hate it. But, like, you know, that was way before VTubing became a thing. Or if it was a thing, then it was, like, in its incredibly early infancy with, like, a couple creators, you could maybe argue. But, like, definitely nothing as it is now. So it was not something that I ever would have considered as a career. I wouldn't have ever thought something like this would exist.
Now here we are.
No, I'm very happy with how things turned out. This is the only job I've ever had that, like, I actually enjoy it and can tolerate it for longer than 3 months.
Oh, were you going through jobs really quickly?
No, not really. I just kind of mentally check out after 3 months. I can still do it for longer, but at that point I'm just kind of like, I don't want to be here anymore.
I understand that sentiment. Yeah, it gets boring doing the same thing every day.
Yeah, it's like, well, I feel like that's like something a lot of people feel. But yeah, it's really hard for me to stay with jobs that like once that like newness wears off, there's no interest in it anymore, and it's hard for me to stick with it.
I understand that, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you like drawing or animating wings? It's an oddly specific question.
I can't say I have any experience with that, so I'm not sure. But I do know things that require more motion. I feel like if it was 3D, it probably wouldn't be too bad. I would say maybe 2D as well. You really only need to animate the flaps once and then repeat the animation sequence. And it's like just like an up and down. If we're talking like really simple an up and down motion, that probably wouldn't be too hard to do. But honestly, even some simple motions are still a bit tricky for me right now because I'm very early on into my animating, so it's hard to say.
Do you have any pets?
I do not. I'm really sad about it. I want to get a cat, but I currently live in a trashy rental house that smells like cat pee from previous tenants who did not care for the pets very well. So if I brought in a cat, it would probably start peeing everywhere, and I don't really want that. So I have to wait until I move out before I can get a pet.
That's the responsible thing to do.
Yeah, someday though, someday. I love animals so much.
One day she'll have a cat.
Yeah, and maybe a snake.
Oh, what
like
kind of snake?
Ooh. Well, let me think. I'm thinking.
Take your time.
Oh, maybe a red-headed crane.
I have to look that up. Red-headed crate snake.
It's a highly venomous species of snake that has a red coloration on their head and tail and don't really live in the America. As far as I know, there's only one individual in the entire country that someone has as a pet.
Oh, if it's venomous, you probably aren't allowed to own it. I don't think you're allowed to own venomous snakes in the US.
I think it depends on the state.
Probably.
It also depends on the snake. Because hognose snakes are commonly sold as pets, and they are venomous, but their venom is not really harmful to people, and they are rear-fanged, which means like they have to kind of chew on you for a bit to even envenomate you. So even if they like bit you, they might not necessarily even envenomate you to begin with because like where the fangs are, and they are commonly sold as pets.
That's probably why though, because they can't really envenomate you.
Yeah, but I just really like venomous snakes. I like them more than non-venomous snakes. They're so cool and they don't get enough love. Everyone's scared of them because they're venomous. But that's not their fault. That's just how they are. And they're cool.
Yeah, it's nature.
Yeah. I'm especially a big fan of boomslangs and black mambas and inland taipans and coastal taipans and eastern brown snakes. They're really cool. The blue insularis and an eyelash viper. Yeah.
I don't know a lot of snake species. I know like copperheads, cottonmouths, coral snakes, black racers. That's
garter snakes, rat snakes.
Yeah, garden snakes.
Timber rattlesnake, pygmy rattlesnake, diamondback rattlesnake. Or the green vine snake, the emerald tree boa, reticulated pythons, different kinds of boas. Oh, Burmese python! Or there's the ringneck snake,
oh, my
and the Barbados
had
thread
a Burmese
snake.
python.
Oh, who?
My science teacher, he would feed it in front of us.
Yeah, they're really big.
Yeah, it was huge. He had a giant tank for it.
Have you ever seen a Barbados thread snake?
No.
They're the smallest snake species in the world. Full grown, they get to about the size of an earthworm. Like a quarter is huge to them.
I have to look this up. Barbados thread
snake.
Oh my gosh, he's teeny tiny.
They're so little! I've never seen one in person before, but I really want to because they're so cute.
He really is the size of a worm. How could you even tell he's a snake?
He's got them scales.
He's so small.
Oh, and if you want a funny-looking snake, sand boas.
Sand boas.
sand boa. They look like a child's drawing of a snake. It's really funny.
Why is he so short?
He's
I've
short
never
and
seen a
stubby
short
and thick, and his
snake.
eyes are weird. I love him.
Oh my gosh, his eyes are on the top of his head. This really is
Yeah.
like a child drawing of a snake.
Yeah, and there's also the sand viper as well that also has eyes on the top of their heads because they like to burrow into the sand, so their eyes have adapted to be in a position where they can still see out of the sand.
They're so... Oh my gosh. There's so many different kinds of snakes. You don't even think about it. I mean, I guess you've thought about it, but other people don't really think about how many kinds of snakes there are.
There's also different kinds of sea snakes, which are also very highly venomous, and they live more in the ocean.
I didn't know there were sea snakes.
Yeah, sea snakes are real, and if you ever see one, do not approach it. They are incredibly venomous.
I'm never going in the ocean again.
I don't think they're very common, but it's just a good heads up, you know, to know what is dangerous and what's not. And if you see a sea snake, assume that it is dangerous. Don't approach it.
I'll definitely never approach it.
Yeah. Someday I want to go to Australia, because Australia has so many cool venomous animals, and I want to go and meet some of them.
What's something you enjoy most about VTubing?
I was hoping you would ask about, like, spiders or something.
I mean, we could ask that too. What's something you enjoy most about spiders?
I like the venomous ones. I'm sorry, I'm locked into animal brain now. Something that I enjoy most about VTubing, I think my favorite thing about it is I feel like I can just unabashedly be myself. Because, like, I'm kind of a weirdo, and I have, like, a very, like, child-pilled personality. I like a lot of things that society kind of says, like, are for children. Like, you can make me happy with mac and cheese, Dino Nuggies, Capri Suns. I like ball pits. I think ball pits should be for adults as well. We need more adult ball pits.
We do need adult ball pits.
If you invite me to an Easter egg hunt, like an Easter event that has an egg hunt, I'm going to want to hunt for the eggs. I don't see why that's locked for children. And I tend to just have excited energy and stuff. And I feel like, I honestly don't know where I would express all of that if VTubing was not a thing. Because, like, people would kind of just think I'm weird. But when you're a VTuber, it's cute.
They peed in the ball pit. Chat.
Yeah, some people pee in the ball pit. I can't say I've ever peed in the ball pit,
No,
but
chat
some
peed in the
people
ball
do.
pit.
Don't pee in the ball pit.
I told them not to. Ugh,
Don't pee in the ball
they're
pit.
so bad about this, but I agree with you. Like, whenever there's an event and they're like, oh, this is meant for the children, you could bet I'm sitting at the table, like, coloring or something.
Yeah, or bouncy houses. We need more adult bouncy houses.
We need more like adult-friendly spaces that have like bouncy houses and trampoline parks and like play places.
And fun-looking snacks.
Yeah.
Oh, and band-aids that have characters on them. Why are those only for kids? I want one.
I have like a bunch of Barbie band-aids.
Yeah, I love character band-aids.
They're so much cuter.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have to be confined to the whimsical life of an adult.
I know, they're so bland. Oh, also bubble stickers. I like bubble stickers. I always have.
Oh, I have a sticker book and it's got sticker backing on it so I can move all the stickers.
Oh, do you have bubble stickers?
I have some bubble stickers, yeah.
Oh, I wish I had some bubble stickers. I just want to like press down on it. Just like press. I bet it would be so satisfying. I just want to feel it on my fingers. Press.
That's why I like slime so much, because it's so satisfying.
Oh, I want to play with slime too. That'd be so much fun.
I have like 4 containers of slime. They're all different fall scents. They're all like apple field and pumpkin, and one of them is actually cheesecake. But they're all a lot of fun to play with.
Oh, yeah, I haven't had any slime to play with since I was little. I used to have like silly putty and stuff, I guess. That's not really slime though. That's more like clay.
I have silly putty too.
Yeah, silly putty! Silly putty and high bounce balls. Those were my childhood.
I like silly putty. I like Play-Doh. Play-Doh's fun.
Yeah, Play-Doh.
trying to think of what else. I won a Hot Wheels car. I went to a fair yesterday and they had a spinny wheel thing and I won a Hot Wheels car.
Ooh, what kind of car?
I don't know. I'm not a car
What color
person.
is it?
It's red.
Red! I have a horse figurine that has a penis on it.
That's crazy.
I think I got it from Disney.
That's even crazier.
Yeah, a long time ago, they probably cared less about penis.
Probably.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's where I got it from anyway.
Dude,
Mm.
did you ever have like a My Little Pony?
I think I did. My family did have some My Little Pony toys when I was younger. Which I never really got into My Little Pony except for, there was this one period of my life, where I think it was like probably the worst time of my life mentally. Just like really strong depression and stuff. And My Little Pony kind of became my emotional crutch. I don't know why. I couldn't tell you why. It just kind of did. And during that time, I was just like super into it. I spent a ton of money on the mobile game, getting like more ponies and stuff, trying to expand my village. I watched the show. Like just during that time, I just got like so attached to it. And now it kind of reminds me of that time, but not in a bad way. It felt like it was like the friend that helps you through it sort of way, you know?
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. I've seen just the Equestria Girls thing. But that's the only part of My Little Pony I've ever watched.
You haven't seen the actual series?
No.
Oh, I recommend it. Especially like the ending to season 4 is super fire.
Maybe one day I'll watch it.
Yeah. Also, the opening and ending episodes of season 5 are pretty fire too. Oh, and the wedding episodes at the end of season 2, fire.
Which is your favorite pony?
I like Colatura.
I don't think I know that one.
She's like in one episode in like season 5 or something, and I really like her. I think she's meant to represent like Lady Gaga. Maybe, I don't know for sure.
Not the Lady Gaga pony.
She's like a music-based pony. And the whole episode is kind of about like being who you want to be as a creator, and it just really spoke to me. Yeah, Colatura!
I'm looking her up.
Yeah,
Coloratura.
She sings the song Equestria, the land I love, a land of harmony.
It turns out they're also like an old man musician.
What?
It's named after an old man, a lyrical soprano who specializes in coloratura vocal music.
Coloratura.
Really?
Mm.
Whoa, I didn't know that. We're learning the lore right now.
I guess that makes sense if they're a musical pony.
Yeah, they are.
Are there,
I think she's also in another episode too, but I've never managed to catch her because I think it's like a cameo.
are there any male ponies or are there only female ponies?
No, there's tons of male pony characters too. They're not all female.
I've only ever seen the female ones. Like I know Twilight Sparkle and Applejack and Rainbow Dash. But I don't know any male ponies.
With Fluttershy, Fluttershy, Applejack, and Twilight all have brothers.
Oh, I didn't know that.
They also have dads.
That makes sense. They have to come from somewhere.
There's an evil villain pony who had slavery in the show. He's a dude.
Men.
Yeah, he enslaved people. What was his name again? It was... I remember what he looks like. What was his name? My brain keeps saying Turek, but that was a different villain.
Sombra?
Oh yeah, there's a Weird Owl pony. Oh yeah, King Sombra. That's his name, King Sombra. Yeah, there's a pony that's voiced by Weird Owl and is based off Weird Owl. His name is Cheese Sandwich.
That sounds like something Weird Al would name himself.
Yeah! No, there's a ton of male pony characters.
I didn't realize that. I thought it was all girl characters for some reason.
Mm-mm. I think the older generations might be all girl characters, but Gen 4, the really popular one, has like a ton of male characters too.
Mhm. Which pony do you think you would be?
Cornatura.
Are you really into music?
I think it's just her story in that episode really speaks to me, like a creator. Like feeling like you have to do one thing as a creator because that's what people expect, that's what people like, that's what people think will do well. But then ultimately just kind of blossoming into who you are and what you want to do, and especially if like having that succeed for you as well. Like I feel like I kind of resonate with that. Yeah.
Weird Al self-insert pony having a canonical child with Pinkie Pie will never not be wild.
Yeah, that happened. Spoilers, though, bruh.
That is the craziest thing I think I've heard today.
Mm-hmm.
If
Yeah, I bet out of all the main six, the one you expected to settle down and have kids was probably not Pinkie Pie.
definitely not.
Yeah.
If you were only allowed to watch one movie for the rest of your life, which would it be?
Oh, that's a bit of a hard one. The first one that comes to mind is Your Name. I really love Your
I
Name.
love Your Name.
It's so good.
It is.
It's really funny too, because some of my friends, when I was in Pixelink, some of the other girls had never seen Your Name, so we had like a movie watch along, and they told me they expected it to just be like a romance movie. And I won't spoil it for anyone who hasn't seen it, because it's genuinely really good. And the first, if you watch it again later, like it's never the first as the first time. So like when the rest of the plot like came around, they were just like.
It's a crazy movie.
Yeah, watch Your Name. It's so good.
It is.
If
so
not
good.
Your Name, maybe Into the Spider-Verse. I like that one a lot too.
Oh, I recently saw that one. That one was very good.
Yeah, I love the Spider-Verse movies. I've seen both of the ones that are out, and I want to see the next one when it comes out too.
I'm so excited about the next one. I know it was only just announced, but I really can't wait to see it.
Yeah, I'm waiting patiently. I'm also waiting patiently for the next FNAF movie and Zootopia 2. They're coming out
Wait
this
for
year.
Zootopia too.
Yeah, Zootopia.
I'm so excited.
Every time I see a gazelle now, I just think, I'm Gazelle. Welcome to Zootopia.
Do 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 do.
Try anything.
Do 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 do.
Try anything.
It's such a good film. They really did something magical with Zootopia 1.
Speaking of Zootopia, actually, not that long ago, I saw like it was on Facebook. I saw this post that like detailed the entire plot of what it was originally going to be, and like it's low key better.
It wasn't about abortion?
No! I wish. No, it's actually about. It's basically like Nick Wilde. Nick is the main character instead of Judy, and it's in Zootopia, but the world is basically way more scared of predators in that one. All the predators are forced by the prey animals to wear these collars that will shock them if they get too emotional in any sort of way, to kind of keep them in line. And Nick, one of the characters who's forced to wear these collars, wants to open up like a park where people can take off the collars, and it'd be like a predator paradise. And then and then it introduces like the whole like predators going savage thing as well. Like that was in that version of the movie. So like someone like shoots Nick and he goes crazy, and savage and stuff. And then it like introduces like the like police chasing him and trying to figure everything out, and that's when Judy gets introduced. And like it's similar in some ways to the Zootopia that we got.
Yeah.
But it's like more serious, a bit darker, and it feels like it's just like a better message on what they were trying to say.
it seems a little bit more adult than Disney's normal direction, so I could see why they toned it down. But it definitely sounds like a cool series.
It was really good. I was honestly really invested just reading like the post, and like it is a bit serious for Disney. But Disney used to do more serious stuff in their movies. I feel like if they had stuck with it, it would have done very well. And I don't think, I don't know, maybe some Karen mothers would pitch a fit. But also they did that with Zootopia anyway, because there were kids getting jump scared by some of the savage animals and crying, and parents were like, "This movie scared my bright child, and now we hate it." And Disney, what are you doing with your life?
Do we still not like Disney? Yeah, we're still mad at Disney.
I love Disney, but they are kind of crappy in some ways. I love their movies, and I love the amusement parks. As the company,
they're making some interesting decisions with the parks right now that I don't necessarily agree with.
They're closing Dino Land.
They already closed it. It's becoming the Americas, which is why put the Americas there? It doesn't even fit.
Is it closed already? I thought they were closing that like around the end of the year.
Already closed. There's already walls up.
Entirely? I'm so glad I got to go. I got to go earlier this year, and it was like my goal to go this year to say goodbye, and I'm so happy I got to, because like, oh my god, like that was my childhood. It's hard to imagine Animal Kingdom that doesn't have Dino Land in it.
I was a pass holder, so I understand the sadness of it closing, but like I also understand why they need to make improvements, because the area was a little bit worn down.
They could just improve it up. Come on, dinosaur artists are forever. Indiana Jones is dying.
It's strange. They have Indiana Jones rides in every other park. In Tokyo Disney, it's super popular.
Yeah, but like they're turning dinosaur into Indiana Jones, and I'm just like, no, I want dinosaurs. I don't want this stinky old guy who's barely even relevant anymore.
They're adding a whole like Encanto ride too, like a whole
Encanto I don't mind so much, but they're retheming the dinosaur ride to Indiana Jones, and that's where I draw the line, because dinosaurs are way cooler than this irrelevant old dusty man from the 90s, probably.
I know. At least do something new, like Moana or something.
Yeah, well, I prefer if they just left Dinosaur as it is. How about they just refurbish Dinosaur? Give it like a big old makeover if you want, but like keep it, you know?
Like what they did, that's what they did with Splash Mountain. Now it's Tiana's Bayou.
Yeah, they could have just, well, it was like a retheme, but like, I'm thinking keep the dinosaur theme. Keep the Carnotaurus chase. Keep Dr. Seeker, because I love Dr. Seeker. And maybe just like update some of it, but not the part with Dr. Seeker. Keep that the same.
With dinosaur VTubers.
So chompy. I'll be like the safety announcer when you like go through the ride. It'd be like, hey, howdy, hey. Well, that sounds like Toy Story, but you're not in line for the Toy Story ride. Yeah, you're here for the dinosaur ride. So make sure keep your butt in that seat. Don't stick your arms and legs out of this ride, or I will come and maul your face off. Have a safe trip.
Now you have to say the whole thing in Spanish. Para mantengas de las manos, brazos, pies, piernas.
Por favor, manténgase alejado de las puertas.
Yes.
Yeah.
Was that your favorite part of Disney? And did you go to the other parks too, or just Animal Kingdom?
I went to all of them. Animal Kingdom is kind of one of my favorites. Not just because like dinosaur, but like the Avatar area is really cool. Like the Flight of Passage ride and the food. It's the best ride. Not best ride there. It's the best food in all of Animal Kingdom. Well, it might be the best ride too, actually. Now the dinosaurs closing, but like it's just so good.
I agree. Animal Kingdom has some of the most creative food, and I love the Avatar ride.
It's so cool! What's funny is I ended up riding that ride like before I saw the movie, because I didn't see it when it came out. Yeah, and now I've seen both Avatar movies, and the trailer for the new one came out not that long ago too, and I'm excited for that one. I really like the Avatar films.
I do too. They're very good.
Yeah, I don't really get the hate about them. I think they're really good.
I didn't even know there was hate.
Oh yeah, no, a lot of people hate the Avatar movies. I honestly can't tell you why. I feel like I can't remember. I know some people think it's a ripoff of, like, what is it, Fern Gully? Another movie that has a similar plot line. But
I have no idea.
I've not seen it, but people have said it's a similar plot line. But, like, lots of stories can have similar plot lines, so it doesn't make them rip-offs of each other. Like, people get too caught up about individuality.
Yeah, like the Lion King is literally just Kimba and the White Lion.
Yeah. Like, there is some stuff that can be a ripoff, but I feel like a lot of stuff gets called a ripoff when it's not actually. And that just makes me sad to see. Because if we want to talk about comparisons, I could draw several comparisons between Attack on Titan and Trolls if I really wanted to. Like, there's so many similarities.
Wait,
but I bet nobody would ever compare those two.
No, I'm curious now.
Okay. Both Attack on Titan and Trolls are both about civilizations that have hidden themselves away from a giant threat that's going to kill them. Both have something that can, like, swing the characters around through the air, the maneuver gear and the Troll's hair. I forgot the rest of it. I forgot the rest of the similarities.
Yeah, I see it though.
But, like, there's already some major plot similarities and stuff just right there. So if we're gonna talk like completely original, like, you can draw similarities between, like, the strangest of comparisons.
Yeah. Is
Yeah.
Shrek an isekai?
Shrek?
Shrek.
I haven't seen Shrek in a long time, but from what I remember, there's no going to another world, at least in the first movie, so I would say no.
I think it's more of like a monster film.
Yeah.
Like a kaiju
Fantasy
film.
monster.
Right? I definitely see the comparison between Trolls and Attack on Titan.
Yeah, I feel like when I first thought of it, I had some other reasons too. Off the top of my head, those are the only two that I could recall. But if I were to, like, think about it more, I could probably bring up the other ones too. But, like, yeah. Yeah. Do you have a favorite anime?
Madoka Magica.
Madoka Magica. That's a good one.
My favorite. What's yours?
I like Recreators.
I haven't seen that in a long time, but I have seen it.
It's so good, isn't it?
It's really, really good.
It deserves all the love. I'm so sad. Like, I feel like most of the world doesn't know what it is, but it's so good.
It is. I watched it on, like, very, very randomly. I was just looking for anime to binge watch, and it was on, like, the list of anime that were coming out soon. So I put it on, and it was really good.
Yeah. So I was getting lost in thought at the end there.
No, it's okay.
I was like disassociating.
It's okay, it happens.
Yeah, it's so good. I wish more people would watch it. If you haven't seen Recreators, go watch it!
If you had to compete in the Olympics, which event would you embarrass yourself the least in, and which the most?
I would embarrass myself the most in not knowing what any of the Olympics actually are.
Good answer.
Competitive hot dog eating?
Oh, that's a good one.
I do like hot dogs. I can at least eat two.
I feel like competitive hot dog eating is actually a lot harder than people think. Cause do you have do you have to eat the bun too?
Yeah, you do. I've seen hot dog eating competitions. The way they usually would do it is they will scarf the hot dog part itself into their mouth, eat it. And then for the bun, they'll, like, dip it in water and then put it in their mouth. Because it being soggy and wet makes it, like, quicker and easier to eat.
That sounds horrible.
It's not the way I would want to eat them, but I guess if you're going for a speed run, I guess that's more effective.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't win, at least you got a meal. True.
Yeah, that's true. You have free food.
I've seen those like competitive eating videos where it's like you have an hour to eat like a whole cake.
Oh yeah, I've seen those. I don't know if maybe if I was really hungry, but probably not with cake because I can't have a lot of sugar. It makes my throat feel sick. But if you gave me like a big savory dish, I could maybe eat it in an hour if I was really hungry.
What if you had to eat a 2-pound meatball in 1 hour? Do you think you could do it? It comes with spaghetti.
With the spaghetti?
You have to eat the 2-pound meatball with the spaghetti.
Trying to think like how big is 2 pounds? I'm trying to envision it in my head.
I don't know. I made a number up.
Grok, how big is a 2-pound meatball? I'm asking Google, not Grok. How big is a 2-pound meatball? I want a visual indicator. It is exceptionally large, far exceeding the size of typical meatballs. 2 pounds of meat mixture yields about 14 to 15 meatballs, each with a meatball weighing approximately 3 ounces and being about the size of an egg.
Okay, so it's about it's about the size of a dinner plate, from what I just saw.
I think if it was just a meatball, I maybe could if I like ate nothing for like 2 days straight. But if it's the spaghetti too, then I don't know.
Your thoughts on the $1.50 hot dog and drink combo?
Oh, from Costco? I've never had it. I've heard it's good though.
I've never had it either.
Yeah, I've only ever been in a Costco once, and it was not to shop for my own stuff. My friend and I went in there to pick up some stuff for a wedding, because we were helping with the catering. So I didn't stop to eat at the food court or anything.
Aw. I know they also have churros, or some of them don't have churros anymore. Some of them have like a giant chocolate chip cookie now instead.
Ooh, well that's good for me. I prefer that to churros.
I wish I could have one. I don't know how they prepare it though, probably with the meat.
Yeah, I don't know. I do know though, there's a place near me that sells Costco chicken bakes, and I have had one of those. They're pretty good.
But they just sell the chicken bake from the Costco?
Yeah.
That sounds interesting.
I guess they just buy and resell them. I don't know. Pretty good though.
Yeah, I guess, you know, if it's working for them, why not?
Yeah.
Some have both in the food court. They change up the menu sometime. It might depend on the region. Oh, okay. I guess that makes sense. You sell something where it's popular.
Yeah, I've heard some Costco's don't have the same selection as other ones do.
How do you feel about the proposition to make VTubers the new face of Las Vegas?
I don't like it because there's too many normies there, and I feel like it would just introduce another wave of people who don't understand the origins of VTubing to VTubing, and we'll have to deal with a whole other wave of people trying to kick out the culture to replace it with more normie stuff.
I agree with that.
Plus, like, Vegas feels like a weird place to do it because it's all about gambling and hookers. There's not really anything there that makes me think VTubers.
I've just seen a few people mention it because Vegas is apparently down on tourism. So people are saying introduce some gambling VTubers.
Yeah, because all they do is gambling and hookers. People are getting tired of that.
What about those Elvis weddings?
I don't know what that is.
They have churches in Vegas where you could have Elvis be your wedding officiant.
No, you can't. He's dead.
Well, he's not a real Elvis. He's like an actor Elvis.
Then what's the point? It's a random guy in a cosplay. I could pay my dad to do that.
Exactly. You pay fake Elvis $20, and he'll be a witness for your marriage.
If it's not authentic, then I don't want it. Revive Elvis from the dead, and then I'll pay you $20.
I think it'll cost a lot more to revive him from the dead, though.
No, I'll revive him from the dead for free, and then I pay $20 to have him officiate the wedding.
Does he have to dig himself out, or do you hire someone to dig him out?
I don't know. You know what Vegas does need, though? Just introduce a giant international food market with different restaurants that sell international foods, the good quality stuff, and I bet people will flock there.
I think they probably will.
Yeah.
Just pretend he's cosplaying.
It's not authentic. Care about that authenticity.
Yeah. Didn't Buki get married in Vegas? Oh yeah, one of my mods got married in Vegas.
Really? Congrats!
He got married at the Magic Castle, I think.
Ooh! I wanna go to a magic castle.
I wanna go to a castle.
Yeah! I wanna go to Europe and visit some castles. That's amazing.
Do you travel? If not, do you have a dream location you'd like to visit someday?
I wanna go to Japan!
Oh, Japan is really cool.
Yeah, I wanna go to Disney Sea.
Oh, Disney Sea is really nice.
Yeah, I wanna go to Akihabara and get lots of anime merch. And I wanna go try chicken nanban and authentic sushi and udon. I love udon noodles.
Udon is really good. I've been to Japan twice. I'm going back.
Oh, I wanna go! I've never been out of the country. I got my passport recently, so now I'm like all set to go. I just need the money.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it a lot. I could tell.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I do recommend though. I know a lot of people go like right to Tokyo to do like Akiba and Shinjuku, but you should definitely go to Kyoto.
Ooh, yeah, Kyoto! I want to go to Kyoto. Maybe Harajuku too, to see all the fashion.
I love Harajuku. It's unfortunately a lot of the fashion stores have been kicked out by like tourist places. So like when I was there in 2018, there was still like AC/DC Rag and Baby, The Stars Shine Bright and Alice and the Pirates and all those places, and now it's just like a cotton candy store, viral rainbow grilled cheese, a mini pig store, and where you can like pet the mini pigs. And I'm really sad. If you go further, if you go into like Ometosando, you can still find some alternative fashion. And if you explore, kind of like leave the main strip of Harajuku and go around that area, there's still a few alternative stores. Like there's Closet Child. Shibuya 109 has a few main staples too.
Wow, that's a shame to hear though. I want to go see the fashion that they're known for.
I was really sad, but you will see people like just in the subway. Like if you just hang out in Tokyo Station, by the Tokyo Disney monorail, you'll see people dressed in all kinds of really cool fashion.
Ooh. Yeah, I hope I get to go someday. I want to go next year, hopefully, if everything like works out.
I hope you get to go too.
Yeah. And I also found recently, I forget the name, but there's this place in Italy I really want to go to that like inspired Idol Delfino from Super Mario Sunshine.
Is it Amalfi?
Eh?
I can try to Google it.
It's like a big tourist spot somewhere in Italy. The inspiration for Idol Delfino. Oh wait, I can Google it. Place that inspired Idol Delfino Super Mario Sunshine.
It's a dolphin-shaped island off the Amalfi Coast.
Yeah, probably then. Yeah, I saw this place. It's like really touristy. I saw pictures of it online, the building style looks like Isle Delfino too. It's like real life Isle Delfino, and I want to go.
Oh, it's teeny tiny. It's shaped. I guess that's why it's called Isle Delfino. It's shaped like a dolphin.
Yeah, there's a little island that's shaped like a dolphin, and then somewhere on the mainland, not far away, there's like a place that looks like Delfino Plaza. There's even a volcano, the one that killed Pompeii. Yeah,
Oh, so it is a
Corona
Malfi then.
Mountain. They have a real Corona Mountain there. That's my favorite thing to do with friends, to speak another language. I once told my friend to call me disgusting in Dutch, and she did, and she was like, ah!
So I asked someone once, he speaks Chinese, what he could tell me in Chinese, and then he called me a slur.
Wow! Well, that's
He said it was slur for little gay boy in Chinese.
Wow, no! I'm teaching you the bad words.
I know, he's teaching me bad words. I don't want to know bad words.
I'll take the bad words that are not slurs, thank you.
Exactly.
Yeah, teach me to curse in your native language. Can you teach me to curse in your native language?
So it's actually kind of funny. A lot of the curse words in my native language are just English in an accent.
Oh, okay.
So you could say like maniac, and it's just maniac.
That's a curse word?
Yeah, it's actually a pretty bad one too. If you call someone a maniac in my native tongue, it's like they'll fight you.
Really?
Mhm.
That's a normal word here.
Yeah, it's a cultural difference.
I should probably actually get going pretty soon though.
Oh yeah, we could finish up. Do you guys have any last questions for Chio? Anything you guys want to know?
Hey, Chio.
Rebbi. Oh,
I guess
sorry.
it's not wrong.
Any questions you want to ask Rebbi? Oops.
It's okay.
Someone wants to know, do you like to swim?
I do. I don't get to do it very often. I don't think I've gone swimming this summer at all, even though I really want to, but I enjoy it a lot, yeah.
Swimming's fun. I haven't been swimming in a long time.
Oh, it's so much fun. I love swimming. Just when you just like kick your legs up in the water and like float on the water, it's like
It's so nice. Do you play any instruments?
Not very frequently. I've been wanting to learn piano. I have a piano actually right next to me. And I also have an ocarina and like a Native American flute. But I have not had the time to really practice, so I wouldn't say I'm good at them.
Oh, I think being able to play them counts. I don't think you have to be good at something to be able to play it.
I don't know if I'd be able to play it, but I feel like I could learn the ocarina pretty quick though if I tried to pick it up again.
Can you play the song from Legend of Zelda on it?
Yeah, I have some Legend of Zelda sheet music for my ocarina. If you asked me to right now, I probably couldn't because I'd be super rusty. But I have been able to before and would probably be able to learn very easily if I were to try again.
Oh, cool. Can you take a picture together? Oh yeah, can we take a picture together?
Yeah!
Alright, 3, 2, 1. Oh, let's try that one more time. Sorry, my feet like to blink, yeah. Alright, 3, 2, 1. Oh, that looks perfect!
Yeah! I'm glad that turned out okay, because my VTube studio on my side is still giving me like an error message from the internet going out earlier, so I can't move myself around very easily now.
Thankfully, it looks okay on my end.
Yeah, weirdly enough, it's still letting me use it. It just keeps giving me this error message. If I hit OK, it just pops back up again. But I guess
so
it's still working.
strange.
Yeah,
glad
I've
it's
never had it
working.
before.
Someone wants to know if they could get your autograph.
No. Next.
Well, thank you so much for being my guest today. I had a really fun time.
No, thank you for having me. I had a lot of fun too. I'm really glad that we got to do this.
Yeah, thank you.
Mhm.